arrest me.
I don't want us to have it.
I'm told you where the vehicle is.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us details of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
The news headlines. Governor Okpebholo seeks federal government's intervention in Edo Delta boundary disputes.
Rather than wait for the deputy governor to handle the matter, Delta State government unilaterally, arbitrarily incurs into our land.
We are appealing to the federal government, especially to our president, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to ensure that National Boundary Commission swing into action to expedite their processes to ensure that this matter is resolved once and for all. Because our Delta State, our brother, were once Bender State.
Edo State Internal Revenue Service, sale of popular Market Square shopping mall, over 27 million outstanding tax.
Market Square, also known as Sundry Markets Limited, was today sealed off by the Edo State Internal Revenue Service, and we had no other option than to seek the court's order to distrain the premises.
Acting Chairman Oredo Local Government Area inaugurates projects.
As we commission this street light today, development is bound to increase and darkness will flee from our environment. That is very significant. Amen.
A very good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Isabeli, and now to the news in details. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has called on the federal government to urgently intervene in the lingering boundary disputes between Edo and Delta states to avert possible communal clashes. Okpebholo, who was represented by his deputy Dennis Idahosa, made the appeal during a fact-finding visit to the disputed areas alongside security chiefs and government officials. BeeTv News Best Orator has details.
Governor Monday Okpebholo, represented by his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, warned companies and individuals against exploiting the unsettled boundary matter by encroaching on Edo territory while the case remains before the National Boundary Commission for adjudication. The visit followed reports of alleged incursions into Edo territory by the Delta State government, as well as attempts by some companies to establish operations on the disputed lands. The area in contention lies between Uronigbe community in Orioma local government area of Edo State and Umutu community in Ukwane local government area of Delta State. Addressing residents of Uronigbe community, Governor Okpebholo assured them that his administration remained committed to protecting their rights and interests. He, however, appealed for restraint, stressing that the matter was being handled at the highest level of national authority. He said the visit is to see firsthand the disputed boundary and the actual demarcation, and appealed to the federal government and President Bola Tinubu to direct the National Boundary Commission to step in and expedite action so that the issue can be resolved once and for all. According to him, River Ethiop is a natural boundary.
This is River Ethiop. This is a natural boundary between Edo State and our brothers, Delta State. It is clear that this is the boundary, but pending the resolution of the National Boundary Commission, where both states have actually written petition as regards to this land dispute between Edo and Delta. It is clear, based on the natural demarcation, this is River Ethiopia. This, on my left-hand side, is Delta State, and on my right-hand side is Edo State. We are appealing to the federal government, especially to our president, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to ensure that National Boundary Commission swing into action to expedite their processes to ensure that this matter is resolved once and for all. Because Delta State, our brother, were once Bender State, were once state together. But before, now I believe when we're demarcated between Delta and Edo, and the natural boundary, it is clear, based on this River Ethiopia, I believe there is no reason for dispute as far as I'm concerned. But pending the resolution of the National Boundary Commission, I believe everything will be taken care of. But I'm appealing to our president to please ask the National Boundary Commission to swing into action to make sure this thing is resolved. We don't want any crisis in South-South. We don't want any crisis between Edo and Delta.
Also speaking, the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 5, Salman Dogo Garba, urged the communities to remain calm, describing Edo and Delta as inseparable partners in peace and development despite the land dispute. While a community representative and commissioner-designate in Edo State from Oriomo, Honorable Entiosa Ogbewe, earlier briefed the Deputy Governor of the developments.
I want to appeal to you that the Edo and Deltas were once brothers and they are still brothers. And there is natural boundary which have been shown to us by the community. But nevertheless, my advice is that we should stay patient, be peaceful, avoid violence because of this land matter. Because the authority have told you that they are already onto it. They are pursuing the legitimacy of it. And for that reason, don't take harms against one another because of this issue.
We are indeed very happy for the prompt and proactive action taken to check the incursion of data into Edo land and into Edo State. A couple of days ago, Delta government brought in truck-loaded vehicle tractors, bulldozers to occupy completely this land that squarely belongs to Edo State. There has been these long-standing boundary issues between Edo State and Delta State, which the office of the Deputy Governor is ably handling. Rather than wait for the Deputy Governor to handle the matter, Delta State government unilaterally, arbitrarily incurs into our land. Delta State people, particularly the neighboring Delta State, equally, there was an oil facilities we discovered in our land, Orion, in Urorigbe. Delta, they were almost claiming ownership until the intervention, the prompt intervention of the Deputy Governor. 3 days ago, they equally came here. What was their intention anyway? Their intention was to completely occupy this area and maybe turn into their farming settlements. That was essentially a land that is not theirs. So they are coming right here. This was where they brought their vehicles until our people came out in their number and drove them away.
The governor emphasized that while his administration will defend Edo's territorial claims, it will do so with fairness, peace, and respect for due process. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara on Friday arrived at the Port Harcourt International Airport, Omagwa, 2 days after President Bola Tinubu lifted a state of emergency imposed on the state and ordered his reinstatement. The aircraft touched down at exactly 11:50 a.m. On ground to receive the governor were several of his supporters, including a former commissioner for information and communications, Barrister Ima Oka, former commissioner for health, Dr. Adeze Ore, former Nigerian ambassador to the Netherlands, Oji Ngofa, former commissioner for environment, Sydney Graba, and former factional speaker of the State House of Assembly, Victor Okojumbo. Others present were former commissioner for youth, Chisom Gali, former commissioner for physical planning and urban development, Evans BP, former commissioner for Nupeng, Igwe Achiese, former commissioner for education, Dr. Tamuno Sisi Gogo Jaja, as well as former council chairman of Port Harcourt City, Eze Bonwo Ichemati, and Obio Akpo, among others. The Edo State Internal Revenue Service has sealed off the popular shopping mall, Market Square Shopping, along Sapele Road, Benin City, over an outstanding tax liability of more than 27 million naira owed between 2018 and 2025. According to the EIRS, the action became necessary to enforce compliance with tax obligations and ensure fairness to businesses and individuals who have remained consistent with their payments. BeeTv News God Gift Omone has more.
Market Square, also known as Sundry Markets Limited, was today sealed off by the Edo State Internal Revenue Service.
The enforcement team carried out the action following repeated notifications and reminders issued to the mall's management without compliance. The distrainment order restricts business activities at the premises pending full settlement of the liabilities. Staff of the mall who resumed for the day's business were stranded and were obviously surprised at the development. Head of Corporate Communication, Edo State Internal Revenue Service, Mr. Courage Egboigbe, explained that the distrainment of Market Square became necessary due to the mall's persistent failure to remit its statutory taxes despite several notices and opportunities given over the years. He stated that the action was in line with the provisions of the law to ensure compliance and to prevent a situation where defaulters gain undue advantage over businesses and individuals who regularly fulfill their tax obligations.
Market Square, also known as Sundry Markets Limited, was today sealed off by the Edo State Internal Revenue Service for non-payment of the tax liability in the sum of 27,005,117 naira 97 kobo. This amount has fallen due over time, and it has become final and conclusive. And we had no other option than to seek the court's order to distrain the premises so that we can recover that tax liability. This is a function of the back duty assessment that was carried on the company in the year 2024. So the tax audit period was between 2018 to 2023. And it covers the pay as you earn, the withholding tax, and the back duty assessment. So for failure to pay these taxes which has been served on them, they did not object, mind you, then it became final and conclusive. Since November 8, 2024, they have refused to make this payment, and then we have no other option than to distrain the premises this morning.
Mr. Eboigbe noted that the service is remained open for negotiations with the management of Market Square in order to reach an understanding on the settlement plan. We
hope that they reach out to us. We haven't gotten any response from them yet, but we are open. The Edo State Internal Revenue Service is open for dialogue. They can tell us what and how they want to pay until the whole sum is defrayed.
He commended residents and business owners that have remained consistent in the payment of taxes and dues, adding that such compliance sustains government's capacity to deliver public services and infrastructure. And
we also want to use this medium to appreciate those who are tax compliant. We have several businesses in Edo State who are paying their taxes in the same premises the Sundry Market Square is currently. We also have other businesses there. They are open, they were not sealed up. Why? Because they are tax compliant. And so we encourage businesses in Edo State to pay their taxes. These taxes is what the government used to drive development.
Market Square is not the first complex that have been sealed off by the task force of the Edo State Internal Revenue Service. Koskit Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
An Edo State High Court sitting in Benin City has restrained the Edo State Independent Electoral Commission, ITSEC, and the state government from going ahead with planned local government by-elections across 59 wards in the state. Justice Mary E. Itweseli, sitting as a vacation judge, granted the order on Tuesday, September 16, 2025, following an ex parte motion brought by the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The PDP, through its counsel, Oluwole Osaze Uzi, Michael Ekwemeka, and PW Akwe, in the suit B247M 2025, had prayed the court for leave to apply for judicial review of ITSEC's decision to conduct by-elections to fill councillorship positions in the affected wards. The party argued that the councillors' tenures remain valid until September 2026, making an attempt to declare their seats vacant unlawful. Justice Itweseli, who held the applicant, had shown sufficient grounds for the court to intervene, also referred the matter to the Chief Judge of Edo State for reassignment to the regular court, fixing September 30, 2025 for the return date. In the enrollment order, the PDP sought an order granting leave to the applicants to apply for judicial review of the decision of the first respondent to conduct election across 59 wards, purportedly to fill vacancies to their legislative seats and offices of councillors sponsored by the applicants when their respective tenures subsist until September 2026. The PDP also asked the court to grant an order that the respondents stay further action and be restrained from conducting the election or taking any further steps in connection with the planned local government by-election across 59 wards in local government areas of Edo State, particularly as it relates to the seats of the duly elected councillors in their respective wards, pending the hearing and determination of the originating motion or notice for the judicial review to be filed pursuant to the grants of leave. Having duly considered the application and submission of the council to the PDP, the court ordered that the applicants are granted leave to apply for judicial review of the decision of the first respondent to conduct by-elections across 59 wards, purportedly to fill vacancies in the legislative seats of councillors sponsored by the applicants when their respective tenures subsist until September 2026. The Edo State The Edo State Independent Electoral Commission, ITSEC, says the commission attention has to be drawn to an ex parte order of the Edo State High Court restraining the commission from conducting the scheduled by-election into vacant local government council seats. In a statement signed by the chairman of the commission, says that as a law-abiding institution, ITSEC acknowledged the authority of the courts in the administration of justice. However, the commission noted that the said order was granted without affording ITSEC opportunity to be heard, even though the order directly restrains it from performing its constitutional and statutory duties. The statement explaining that in line with its mandate under the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, Edo State Independent Electoral Commission Law, ITSEC, has taken immediate steps through its legal representative to file a motion on notice seeking to discharge the ex parte order and ensure an accelerated hearing of the substantive suit. ITSEC, the commission, remains committed to conducting free, fair and credible elections in line with the democratic principles and the rule of law. That the current legal challenge will be addressed through the judicial process with due respect to the courts, and ITSEC will continue to protect the democratic rights of Edo citizens to elect their local government representative without undue delay or disruption. The Commission therefore urged the general public, political stakeholders and the electorate to remain calm and law-abiding while the legal process runs its course. IDSEC remains resolute in carrying out its constitutional duties in the overall interest, democracy and good governance in Edo State. The All Progressive Congress APC Edo State chapter wishes to inform the public that it is fully prepared to participate in the by-election scheduled for Saturday, September 20, 2025. From the moment the Edo State Independent Electoral Commission (IDSEC) released the timetable for the elections, the APC said it took the immediate step to sensitize and mobilize our members across the state. A statement by the APC Publicity Secretary, Barrister Peter Owadia, said the APC ensured that the democratic process was duly followed and their members purchased nomination forms, participated in credible primaries and met all the conditions stipulated by IDSEC for participations in the polls. Although report from IDSEC indicated that the APC remains the only party contesting in the by-elections, they did not take it for granted. Instead, they embarked on an extensive campaign across all 63 wards in the 15 local government areas where elections will be held. Owadia said the APC presence has been strongly felt through grassroots engagement, campaign rallies, and wide dissemination of campaign materials, including jingles and messages across traditional and social media platforms. As campaign officially ended on Thursday, September 18, 2025, the APC reaffirmed its commitment to deepen democracy in Edo State. He said the APC is determined to bring governance closer to the people, ensure dividends of democracy at the grassroots, and strengthen the local government system not only in Edo State, but across the 774 local government areas in Nigeria. We strongly encourage our members and the electorate to remain peaceful, law-abiding and orderly during the election. He said the APC is confident of victory and is ready to continue serving the people of Edo State with dedication and integrity. The acting chairman of Oredo local government area, Honorable Mrs. Ame Ewu Obo, had on Thursday evening commissioned a functional borehole at Uropota Hall and street lights at Agyon Basinwe, Eri and 3rd Cemetery Road in New Benin. The chairman, who also accompanied by the Oredo APC chairman, Mr. Osamudiame Osarenko, and some officials from the local government council, commissioned the project to the admiration of everyone. BeeTv News' best orator has details.
In continuation of our effort to bring the dividends of democracy closer to the people at the grassroots, the acting chairman of Oredo local government, Honorable Mrs. Ame Ewu Obo, inaugurated a borehole at Uropota Hall and street lights at Agwoba Simi in the government reservation area in Sopomba Road and 3rd Cemetery at New Benin. Before the inauguration, the acting chairman, Honorable Mrs. Ame Ewu Obo, appreciated the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, who she noted has been giving the various councils free hands to operate and develop the local government areas.
I wish to state that as we commission this street light today, development is bound to increase and darkness is free from our environment. That is very significant. And in the beginning, when the world was in darkness, God said, "Let there be light," which marked the beginning of God's development of the world. I wish to state that as we commission this street light today, development is bound to increase and darkness is free from our environment.
The engineer in charge of the project, Mr. Peter Asemota, also said inauguration of the borehole and street light is an attestation to the commitment of the acting chairman to bring dividends of democracy closer to the people at the grassroots.
The projects we are about to commission are: 1, the borehole at Uropota Hall. The idea about that borehole was when Oredo local government crèche was established in Upper Market. So, having done that, and you know children, they need water. The chairman came with this idea and said, there is need for us to quickly seek a borehole to serve the crèche as well as other users within the market space. And as we speak, it's working perfectly well. You know, water is life. She saw the need for us to light up Oredo local government area.
Highlight of the event was the official commissioning of the borehole by the APC Oedo chairman, Mr. Osamu Diame Osaenhoy, joined by the acting chairman of the council, Honorable Mrs. Ame Ewu Obo, and other council functionaries. Elsewhere at Agoba Civic Crescent, GRA, Area Street, Sokmamba Road, and 3rd Cemetery in Benin City, the solar power street lights were inaugurated to the admiration of guests.
But today, I believe today the difference will start, because every night to pass the streets is a problem. Thank you very much for lighting this area. I will pray God Almighty that this light should serve the purpose that is meant for. Amen. To the glory of the Father and the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let there be light, and there was light.
Yes, the Oedo APC chairman, Mr. Osamu Diame Osaenhoy, hailed the acting chairman of the council for carrying out such projects and prayed for strength for her to do more.
First and foremost, I have to thank the Almighty God. And I also want to thank the council chairman. At least today is going to be a remarkable day in her life, that it was her time that this street light was installed. We have commissioned a borehole. He has given the people light. He has also given the people water. So these two things are very, very essential in the life of human. The water is life, and the light drives away darkness, drives away evil. So I have to thank her very much for what she has done today. Madam, I thank you and I greet you. More grace to your elbow.
On her part, the acting chairman, Honorable Mrs. Ame Ewu Obo, called on the people to maintain the facilities which has been inaugurated in order to serve the generality of the public.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for this great opportunity that He has given to me to make sure that this project is successful today. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank my able governor, Senator Monday Okpebolo, the distinguished governor of Edo State, for making it possible for me to serve in Oredo Local Government Council. And I thank God that I'm doing the right thing. So I thank God for this light that is lit in this vicinity. And I'm also encouraging the community people to make sure that they keep this, they protect this, the light in this area. They should maintain it and also monitor it so that it will be in the safe hands.
The acting chairman, Honorable Mrs. Ame Ewu Obo, had before now inspected various ongoing projects in the local government area. Best orator reporting for BeeTv News.
It was with great joy and pride that Miss Irene Ajenuguri celebrated her sign-out ceremony marking the successful completion of her 6 years journey with the Trailblazers 2024 class at the School of EMT Paramedic Training, Institute of Health Sciences and Technology, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. This milestone represents the culmination of her dedicated training and preparation to serve in emergency medical services as she now transitioned into the new chapter of her career. BeeTv News Temitope Kira Olufwafemi has details.
Family, friends, and classmates of Miss Irene Ajenugure gathered to grace the occasion, sharing in the excitement of her remarkable milestone. With a smile, Irene expressed heartfelt gratitude to God for the strength to finish her studies successfully, while also appreciating her family and friends for standing by her and celebrating her. She described the sign-out as a dream fulfilled and said she was happy to finally graduate from the University of Benin Teaching Hospital.
I feel so happy. I'm excited. First of all, the person I'm grateful to is Jehovah God, my parents, my mom, my dad, my friends, and everybody that came to celebrate me today. I'm so grateful. And one other person is the best.
The celebrant's brother, Henry Ajenugure, and mother, Miss Tessie Ajenugure, gave goodwill remarks. They acknowledged the challenging journey, thanked God for his guidance, and celebrated Irene's perseverance as she embarks on a new chapter.
I'm so happy today. I'm very happy because I know the journey of this education. It was not really easy. It was a tough one. But I thank God so much that with God's help, we're able to make it today. You can see today I'm so excited and I'm happy. Today is your signing out and I'm happy. I'm very happy. I don't know how to describe my happiness because I know what it takes to sign out for a course like this. I'm so happy.
I feel really excited for her because it's not been an easy journey for her. She struggled a lot. She even thought of even giving up, but because of the way she pushed herself forward, relied on her family, her friends, it got her to where she is now. And I'm really excited for her. I'm really proud of her because she's my little sister, and I'm proud where she is now. It really makes me excited as I see her today happy.
Friends and colleagues also shared warm tributes, describing Irene as a resilient, ambitious, and a goal-focused person, as well as a good friend whose determination inspired them throughout their schooling.
Irene is, she's my friend, actually, beyond classmates. She's actually my friend. She's one resilient person I know. She's very determined. When she wants something, she goes for it.
The ceremony not only honored Irene's achievements, but also highlighted the collective spirit of the Trailblazers class of 2024, who now look forward to impacting lives through emergency medical services. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has said Nigerians must count themselves lucky to have a leader like President Bola Tinubu, whom he described as tolerant of criticism. Wike said it is only in Nigeria that a citizen would go on social media to describe the president as a criminal, expecting no consequences. The minister, who spoke in Abuja during the flag-off of the Arterial Road No. 1 in Wuye, was alluding to a recent social media post by activist and ex-presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, who described Tinubu as a criminal. Wike said even in America, where citizens freely criticize President Donald Trump, no one would go as far as describing him as a criminal. He said this is a country where somebody on social media will say Mr. President is a criminal, and added that no matter how people criticize Trump, no American citizen on social media or in public would say he is a criminal. Meanwhile, Wike also addressed the indefinite strike by resident doctors in the FCT, noting that the administration had earmarked 25 billion naira for the health sector in the 2025 budget approved in July. He explained that while issues of allowances and employment of doctors were being considered, due process must be followed. He explained that in the 2025 budget, 25 billion naira has been budgeted for health capital projects and that people should ask questions before protesting, he said. Wike also warned against politicizing the FCT civil service. The Commissioner of Police in Lagos State has promised to further reduce response time to emergencies in the state. He stated this while commissioning the newly renovated Okokomiako Police Division by a corporate organization.
Accompanied by the command management team, the CP Olondare Moshood arrived at Okokomaiko Division. Those present included some traditional rulers from the 10 communities with diversified traditions that make up the area. Commissioning the newly renovated division, the police boss said it exemplifies corporate social responsibility partnership that works.
It is all about strengthening trust, deepening service, and reinforcing the bond between the police and the people we serve. Their corporate social responsibility has continued to demonstrate what true partnership between private enterprises and public institutions should look like. I assure the good people of Okokomaiko that this facility will be maximally used for the benefit of humanity and for better police service delivery.
For us, we believe that this is not just an infrastructure. It is an infrastructure that will strengthen the confidence that the people around here have, in the Nigerian police force. It is also an infrastructure that demonstrates that an organization like ours is committed to public-private partnership.
The people be working hardly morning and night, and it's not place tribalism, maybe Yoruba or Hausa. It carry everybody along, and we will be working together as one family.
He also revealed the command's intention to reduce response time in the state.
Gone are the days when you call police line and they are looking for where the driver is, or that's no. And today is swift. Our response to crime situations or to distress is around 5 minutes in the state. And we want to still do our best to better it, to be less than 5 minutes.
He called on other corporate organizations to take a cue and impact their local divisions. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
Labour Party governorship candidate in Anambra State, George Mokalu, has condemned the use of verbal abuse as instruments of election are in pursuit. Mr. Mokalu expressed his concern during a news conference in Oka, Anambra, the state's capital. The Labour Party governorship candidate regretted that rather than people engaging in issues-based campaign, including offering solutions to prevailing insecurities in the state, politicians prefer tolling the path of incivility and damaging the reputation of others.
Should concentrate on what we are going to offer the people and not going into discussing mundane things, going to discuss issues that don't matter, issues I consider very embarrassing. So I want to let politicians know that at this point in time, we should concentrate on delivering our promises to the people.
We'll take a short break and we will be right back shortly. Stay with us.
My people of Edo State, development is not a miracle. It is the result of responsibility and action. You want good roads, quality hospitals, schools, jobs for our youth? Then you must understand this simple truth. Government cannot perform without your tax. Government will fix schools, build roads, light up communities if the people pay their tax. That's how governance works. It is not about politics. It is about progress. When you pay your tax, you are not helping the government. You are helping yourself. You are helping your family and your future. Don't wait to be chased. Do the right thing. Be part of building the new Edo State. Pay your tax with pride. Let us build Edo together. This message is brought to you by Edo State Internal Revenue Service.
EIRS, Administering Revenue for Service and Development.
Welcome back from that short break. Reading from the business news, Sterling Bank has announced the first 99 recipients of its 2 billion naira Beyond Education Scholarship Fund during the Sterling Leadership Series held at the Alliance franchise, the Lagos Mike Adenuga Center. Legend BeeTv News is Sohail Osemenge for details and more from the business world.
The scholarship program launched earlier in the year is designed to provide field tuition funding for deserving Nigerians and is part of the bank's art strategy, which prioritizes investment in health, education, agriculture, renewable energy, and transportation. The unveiling event draws stakeholders from the education, entrepreneurship, and policy sectors who discuss the importance of creativity, adaptability, and lifelong learning for Africa's growth. The Sterling Leadership Series, a quarterly interactive forum, served as a platform for the scholarship announcement. The bank emphasized that the initiative represents one of the most significant private sector commitments to higher education in Nigeria, aiming to expand access to quality learning and drive long-term national international development. Schneider Electric has introduced the Masterpact MTZ active circuit breaker to the West African market. The digital solution is developed to address key challenges in energy management, offering improved safety, operational efficiency, connectivity, and sustainability for industries ranging from small manufacturing operations to large-scale complexes. The product includes a micro-logic control unit that provides real-time data to manage load fluctuations and restore power quickly after outages. It also features an energy reduction maintenance setting, arc flash, hazard protection. Additional functionality includes an LCD embedded QR code system for quick diagnosis in case of a trip and retrofit compatibility, allowing existing Masterpact NT/NW installation to be upgraded without replacing entire switchboards. This compatibility helps reduce cost and extend equipment life for businesses seeking modernization. Nigeria and 7 other African countries have signed a charter establishing the African Petroleum Regulators Forum during the 31st African Oil Week in Accra, Ghana. The charter was endorsed by regulators from Nigeria, Ghana, Somalia, Gambia, Madagascar, Sudan, Guinea, and Togo. 7 additional countries, including Kenya, Mauritania, Benin, Mozambique, Angola, Namibia, and South Africa, attended the event and expressed intentions to join after further consultations. The signing followed earlier proposals by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, whose Chief Executive Benga Komolafe now serves as interim chairman of AfriPAF. The forum is designed to promote cooperation among petroleum regulators in Africa, ensuring efficient, equitable, and sustainable management of hydrocarbon resources while aligning with the global energy transition trends. Its vision is to serve as a leading platform for sharing knowledge, best practices, and expertise in petroleum regulation across the continent. That is the size of our business news package. Thank you so much for staying with us. I am Esohe Oseveki, reporting for BeeTv News.
And now let's move over to the global scenes. The United States has once again voted a UN Security Council resolution demanding a permanent ceasefire in Gaza, marking the 6th time it has blocked such an effort, even as all 14 other members voted in support. Also, South African hospital worker arrested with human placentas. BeeTv News correspondent Harmony Agbafo has more on this and more from the global scenes.
The United States has vetoed a UN Security Council resolution calling for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. The 6th time it has blocked such a move despite all 14 members voting in favor. Washington argued the text failed to condemn Hamas or affirm Israel's right to defend itself, drawing strong criticisms from Pakistani and Algerian diplomats who called the decision painful and unjust. The vote comes as Gaza's humanitarian crisis worsens, with the UN warning of a cataclysmic situation amid Israel's expanding offensive. Since the Hamas ministry says more than 65,000 people have been killed, with hundreds more dying from starvation. A 39-year-old hospital cleaner in South Africa's Mpumalanga province has been arrested after being found with a bag of human placentas while hitchhiking to Nelspruit. Police say she was caught following a tip-off and admitted to working in a maternity ward. She has been charged with illegal possession of human tissues, and the placentas have been sent for forensic analysis with further charges possible. The woman has yet to enter a plea and is expected back in the court next month for a bail hearing. Authorities have not said what the placentas were intended for, though human body parts are sometimes linked to traditional rituals in the region. The Taliban government in Afghanistan has banned books written by women from university curricula alongside human rights and sexual harassment studies as part of wider restrictions on education. About 680 books were deemed problematic, including 140 authored by women and many by Iranian writers, with officials claiming they conflicted with Sharia principles or risked Iranian influence. 18 subjects, several focused on women, have also been outlawed. Critics, including former officials and academics, say the bans reflect the Taliban's misogynistic policies and will create a severe gap in higher education, cutting Afghanistan off from global academic resources. An Australian doctor, Chris Webster, has been sanctioned after making disparaging remarks about convicted murderer Erin Patterson, who killed 3 relatives with a poisonous mushroom meal in 2023. Webster, a key witness in her trial, had publicly called Patterson a heinous individual and a sociopathic nutbag, prompting complaints to regulators. The Medical Board of Australia ruled his comments unprofessional and ordered him to undergo ethics, privacy and social media training alongside with a year of mentoring. Webster, who treated both the victims and Patterson, said he accepts the decision but described the condition as burdensome while maintaining his skills are intact and that he has strong community support. And that's all from the global scenes. Harmony Agba for reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigerian rapper and Zanku record boss Zlatan Ibili has gifted a sum of 1 million naira to the mother of a loyal fan. The gesture followed an online exchange after the fan narrated how Zlatan's song, Good Life, inspired him during a period of financial hardship in 2023. Also, Nkechi Blessing addresses viral gym photo. Let's join BeeTv News God Gifts on Money for details and more from the entertainment world.
The fan, identified as Mini the Plug on X, later showcased his admiration by printing Zlatan's words of encouragement on a shirt, which he wore alongside his mother, who also wore a shirt inscribed Symbol of Hope. Moved by the act, Zlatan announced the cash gift of 1 million naira for the fan's mother. The development attracted widespread commendation on social media, with many praising Zlatan for rewarding loyalty and extending his generosity beyond words. DJ and music personality Copy has described marriage as one of the most powerful forms of partnership in life. Her remarks came shortly after her younger sister Temi Otedola married Nigeria singer Mr. Easy and officially became Mrs. Ajibade. Reflecting on the significance of the union, Copy said marriage, when shared with the right partner, strengthens purpose while building love, family and legacy. She further noted that the institution remains relevant and is not outdated. Copy has in previous interviews and posts expressed her own desire to find the right partner and settle down. Actress Nkechi Blessing has reacted to viral images of her taken at a gym, which showed her looking exhausted after a workout session. According to the actress, her presence at the gym is aimed at staying fit and healthy, not at making fashion statements. She explained that her appearance after workouts is normal, adding that she will continue her fitness routine regardless of public commentary. Nkechi also noted that although she could have pursued action against the individual who circulated the photo without her consent, she reaffirmed her confidence, stating that she carries herself with pride, including her body shape. And that is it from the entertainment world. Gossip Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Manchester United women have made history, sealing their place in the main draw of the UEFA Women's Champions League for the very first time after producing a thrilling comeback against Norwich side Bram. Inspired by an Elizabeth Turland hat-trick, Manchester United overturned a first-leg deficit at Leigh Sports Village to deservedly book their spots in Friday's draw for the new 18-team league phase. Let's join our sports correspondent Freeman Osawe for details.
Inspired by an Elizabeth Turland hat-trick, Manchester United overturned the first-leg deficit at Leigh Sports Village to deservedly book their spot in Friday's draw for the new 18-team league phase. Coming into the second leg 1-0 down on aggregate after a chaotic first leg in Norway, where United bizarrely lost several pairs of boots in transit. Mark Skinner's team wasted no time rediscovering their scoring touch. Turland, who had already bagged the treble against PSV earlier in the qualifying campaign, struck inside 9 minutes with a ruthless first-time finish before doubling the advantage with a superb header and nudged United ahead overall. Manchester United dominated the first half and created several chances, and just as Brand began to grow into the contest after the break, Manchester United flag Imago delivered the killer blow on the counter. Crowley slotting home a third to complete perfect hat-trick. Ravishing Rashford ravages Magpies on return to England in a stunning 2-1 defeat against Newcastle. Barcelona had Marcus Rashford to thank for their 2-1 away win over Newcastle in their first game of the 2025-2026 Champions League season. Returning to his native England, Rashford took the game by the scruff of the neck, scoring both of Barcelona's goals to give them a 2-goal lead before Anthony Gordon's late goal for Newcastle made it 2-1. Newcastle flew out of the gate against Barcelona, driven on by their passionate support, and Anthony Gordon came inches away from finishing Anthony Elanga's delivery early on, while Avi Brands was denied by Joan Garcia before an offside flag spared his blushes. Soon after, Marcus Rashford nearly stunned the home crowd with a surging run. Through his weak effort, wasted the opportunity. Barcelona began to see more of the ball midway through the first half, but they found Newcastle's physical approach difficult to handle. Former super lightweight world champion Lion Parro was forced to dig deep in order to defeat Frenchman David Paport in the IBF welterweight world title eliminator in Brisbane on Thursday. The Queensland southpaw claimed he had fought unanimous decision win 116-112, rallying from some tense moments through the middle rounds. That swung the momentum Paport's way for the next few rounds before Parro was able to regain some control as the visitor began to fade in round 9. Parro's eye only got towards down the stretch, but the Aussie did just enough. Although the cards perhaps flattered the 29-year-old slightly, the result saw Paport defeated for the first time, slipping to 31-1, while Parro improved to 27-1 and is now in the box seat for a shot of IBF champion at 147 pounds, Lewis Crocker. And that's it on Sport News at this hour. Thanks for watching. Freeman Usawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv News. I am Evelyn Isabelle. Thank you and have a good night.